My name is Charlie McGrath. I'm the founder of WideAwakeNews.com and a host on the Rinse Radio Network. Is your financial future rigged? Has it been stolen from you? Is our financial system rigged? Well, let's look at the actions today of arguably the most powerful man on planet Earth. I'm not talking about Barack Obama. I'm not talking about Medvedev, even though we had a very bizarre meeting between those two today in South Korea. I'm talking about Ben Bernanke. When he comes out and utters the thought that maybe QE3 was in effect, well, we see the markets go absolutely crazy because we know Wall Street wants more free money. It's free to them. You and I will get to pay for this burden down the road. But every time Bernanke comes out talking about free money, it benefits his friends, the private banks that own the Federal Reserve. Now, the U.S. dollar is the world reserve currency, and it gives us a luxury. It gives us the ability to borrow money ad nauseum, but it also gives us the disadvantage of throwing this nation further and further into debt, and nobody's cutting us off from this debt spigot. But let's look what's going on around the world and what's happened over the last couple years. Recently, we have a deal cut between China and Japan to start trading goods in their own currency rather than the U.S. dollar. All the BRIC nations have come out and signed a deal to start trading between themselves, these developing nations, in their currency rather than the US dollar. China and Russia are trading energy in US dollar. And this is important because China is now the world's largest consumer of Russian energy, just like they're the largest consumer of Saudi Arabian energy. We're fastly losing our place as the world reserve currency, and I believe it's by design. We see the IMF and the UN both coming out saying it's time for us to switch to a world reserve currency outside of the US dollars. We are being led down a path that is going to make Greece look like a cakewalk. We went from $6 trillion in 2000 to nearly $16 trillion in national debt in the year 2012, and there is no stopping this. They will keep printing money, keep tacking it onto our national debt, and keep telling you everything is going to be fine. Trust us, we know what we're doing. It's an absolute affront to any Constitution, Republic-loving American that we have our financial system so completely and utterly taken over by a bunch of banker elite. The fact of the matter is, this right here, this Constitution of the United States, it does not prescribe a appointed dictator over a Federal Reserve banking system that will be owned by private banks. It prescribes the Congress, Article 1, Section 8, to coin money and determine the value thereof. If we have a chance of remaining a global superpower, if we have a chance of remaining in keeping any integrity on the world stage, we must return to a constitutional republic. This idea that we're going to give these juggernauts on Wall Street all the power, the keys to the store, it's leading us to our own demise. Stories are attached. That's all I got.